Young Thug, real name Jeffrey Lamar Williams, was born on August 16, 1991, in Atlanta, Georgia, is one of the most influential rappers of his generation. Known for his unique vocal style, experimental approach to trap music, and eccentric fashion choices, he has shaped the sound and aesthetic of modern hip-hop. His melodic flows, unconventional song structures, and willingness to break gender norms in fashion have inspired a new wave of artists, including Lil Baby, Gunna, Playboi Carti, and Travis Scott. Despite his enormous success in the music industry, Young Thug's career has been marked by legal troubles, allegations of gang activity, and a high-profile RICO case that could change the course of his life. His journey from the dangerous streets of Atlanta to rap superstardom and eventually behind bars is a testament to both his resilience and the controversy surrounding him. Before we get into the video, I want you all to subscribe and comment down a heart if you love rap music. Young Thug grew up in the Jonesboro South Projects, one of Atlanta's toughest neighborhoods, known for high crime rates, gang violence, and poverty. He was one of 11 siblings, many of whom were involved in the streets. His childhood was deeply affected by violence. His older brother was killed right in front of him, a tragedy that would shape his worldview. By his early teens, Young Thug was already getting into trouble. He was reportedly expelled from school for breaking a teacher's arm during a fight. As a result, he was sentenced to 4 years in juvenile detention, where he experienced the harsh realities of incarceration for the first time. While locked up, he became more hardened by the system, but he also started writing music as a way to express himself. After getting out of juvie, Young Thug decided to pursue rap seriously. He was heavily influenced by Lil Wayne and Atlanta's growing trap music scene, led by artists like Gucci Mane and Future. His early mixtapes, particularly I Came From Nothing, 2011 to 2012, caught the attention of Gucci Mane, who signed him to 1017 Brick Squad Records in 2013. Young Thug's breakout moment came with his 2014 singles Stoner and Danny Glover, which became viral hits. His high-pitched, slurred vocals and unpredictable flows stood out from the rest of the rap industry. He quickly became a cult favorite, and major artists like Kanye West, Drake, and Birdman started paying attention to him. Between 2015 and 2017, Young Thug solidified himself as one of hip-hop's biggest stars. He released a series of influential mixtapes, including the Slime Season Trilogy, Barter 6, and Jeffrey. The latter project, Jeffrey, 2016, featured him wearing a blue ruffled dress on the cover, sparking controversy and breaking gender norms in hip-hop fashion. During this time, he became one of the most sought-after artists for collaborations. He worked with Travis Scott, Future, Rich Homie Quan, and Migos, and even wrote for Kanye West. He was known for mentoring and developing new talent, eventually forming his own label, Young Stoner Life YSL Records, which signed Gunna, Lil Keed, and Lil Duke. In 2019, Young Thug reached another level of mainstream success with his debut studio album, So Much Fun, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200. Around this time, he also won a Grammy for co-writing Childish Gambino's This Is America, further proving his versatility as an artist. He continued his dominance into the early 2020, releasing Slime Language 2, 2021, another #1 album, and appearing on hits like Drake's Way Too Sexy and Gunna's Pushin' P. However, just as he was enjoying his peak, his legal troubles would take a turn for the worse. Legal troubles and arrests. 2015. Threats and arrest for terroristic acts. In 2015, Young Thug was arrested for allegedly threatening to shoot a mall security guard in Atlanta. While the charges were later dropped, this was one of his first major run-ins with the law. 2017, drug and gun charges. In 2017, he was arrested for possession of marijuana, methamphetamine, and a firearm in Brookhaven, Georgia. This marked the beginning of a pattern of drug-related arrests that would follow him throughout his career. 2018, felony drug charges in LA. In August 2018, Young Thug was pulled over in Los Angeles, and police found multiple narcotics and a firearm in his car. He was hit with felony drug charges, but his lawyers managed to delay the case. 2022 RICO case and incarceration. On May 9, 2022, Young Thug was arrested alongside 27 other alleged YSL affiliates in one of the biggest RICO indictments in hip-hop history. Prosecutors claim that YSL, Young Slime Life, was not just a music label, but a violent street gang involved in murders, robberies, and drug trafficking. The indictment listed more than 50 criminal acts dating back to 2012, including murder conspiracy involving rival gang members, drug and gun trafficking, armed robberies and assaults, threats against witnesses. The prosecution used Young Thug's own lyrics and social media posts as evidence, claiming he was the leader of YSL and had ordered hits on rivals. This case sparked controversy, as many argued that rap lyrics should not be used as legal evidence. While several YSL members, including Gunna, took plea deals and were released, Young Thug remains behind bars awaiting trial. Life in Jail 2022 to present. Young Thug has been held in Fulton County Jail since 2022 under harsh conditions. Reports say he has spent most of his time in solitary confinement, only allowed out of his cell 1 hour per day. He has also struggled with lack of sleep as the lights in his cell are always on, poor food quality, which has affected his health, limited access to visitors and communication. Despite these challenges, Young Thug has continued to release music from jail. His album Business is Business, 2023, debuted at #2 on the Billboard 200, proving his undeniable influence even while incarcerated. What's next for Young Thug? As of 2024 to 2025, Young Thug's trial is still ongoing, and the case has become one of Georgia's longest-running criminal trials. Young Thug is currently free and on probation after pleading guilty to charges in the YSL RICO trial and being sentenced to 15 years of probation. Regardless of his legal fate, Young Thug's impact on hip-hop is undeniable. He has redefined rap music, fashion, and the industry's boundaries, and his influence will be felt for generations to come. Whether he will beat his case or spend the rest of his life behind bars remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: Young Thug changed hip-hop forever.